I wasn't really all that great. I'd probably starve to death as a good piano man.
But he was good enough to get a job playing in an orchestra after high school.
The owner, the head man, he said, "I'm tired of this being gone all the time. You want to buy the band?"
He bought the band, and they played shows across the country, but he wanted to go to college, so he sold the band.
By this time, England and Canada were at war.
This was before Pearl Harbor and before the U.S. entered into the war. He left school to go to Canada to join the war effort there.
All you had to do, if you didn't like it, send him your uniform and come home.
He went through flight school, but by the time he finished, the United States had entered the war, so Jack transferred to the U.S. Army Air Corps.
I got my wings and my commission, and I went with the 303rd Bomb Group, 427th Bomb Wing Squadron.
In 1942, Jack and the 8th Air Force went to England to fly with the British.
You completed 25 missions, which very few of us did. You got the Distinguished Flying Cross.
He was the pilot or co-pilot for 25 missions from February to July of 1943.
My problem was when they load the bombs the night before. They'd load them just at dusk. Well, we knew we were going on a bombing mission, and when in so doing, we'd go to bed early, but at about 4 in the morning, I hadn't had a drop of sleep.
Mr. Rolfson was back in the U.S. in the middle of 1943, as the war was just starting for many Americans. D-Day in Normandy wouldn't happen for almost a year later. When he came back, he trained the new pilots.
I've had an interesting life, I guess, doing things.
He left the Army in 1945. He worked for the airlines, first American, then Eastern Airlines. He spent 49 years flying airplanes. Now this week, Jack Rolfson will be celebrated at the Chattanooga Armed Forces Day Parade.
This was a complete surprise to me, and what a tremendous honor.
Mr. Rolfson's one of 2 marshals for the Armed Forces Day Parade. We'll have the story of Gene Parrott tonight at 10 and 11. Kim.